up, guys? It's Denise.Marieee here, back with another video. Today's video is going to be the start of a 4-part series of what to expect during your high school experience. So with that, I'll be talking about freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, and senior year. Just some tips, some advice that I wish I would have taken for myself, some things that I did do that worked really well, and yeah. So if you're interested, continue watching. Alright, so with senior high school advice, senior year for many of us is the year where you just start not caring. Like, you literally, things that stressed you out in previous years, you just don't care anymore. Like, you're so over it, you're so done, and you're just ready to graduate. And that's all you talk about. You just can't wait to cross the stage. You just can't wait to live that moment, which is sad because this year some coronavirus is like ruining my senior year. But you just talk about it all the time, and it's just crazy. This year is kind of like why I say, like, you need to do really well in your previous year so that you can chill your senior year as far as courses. So you can get out of school early and do work release so that you can go, make money, and then also get your schooling done. If you do very well and you feel that you want to kind of graduate by semester, some schools give that option. But what I recommend with that is that when you decide to graduate by semester, make sure that you are focusing on saving money for, whatever your future plans are after high school. For me, I wish that I would have graduated by semester and earned like a certification in like doing nails or something, so that whenever I go to go to college, during those years of college, whether it's a university or community, make sure that like I would have some type of hustle to do like nails or makeup or whatnot. So that's something I wish I would have done, so that if you do decide to graduate by semester, make sure that it is because you're going to be doing productive things up until graduation. Do not be that person that's just like, oh, I'm gonna graduate by semester because I can. Make sure that you're still being productive. Make sure that although you are at usually when you get to your senior year, at that point you've taken like all of the courses that you need to take. Do not be afraid to challenge yourself. Take those college algebra classes. Take those college Comp 110 English courses. They will prepare you. You can earn college credit all throughout high school, but your senior year as well, you could earn. Just make sure that you look into the schools and make sure that the credits that you're taking transfer before you pay for them. If not, those courses are still really good to take, because let's say you get a C in the math course that you take your senior year, but then when you get to college and you take college algebra, it'll be material that you've seen before. The help is a little bit different at high school too, for the most part. You could go to different teachers to get help, and it's not as difficult. But I feel like in college, there is a lot of help. There's a lot of tutoring still, but I don't know. I just feel like in high school, it's just a little bit different. So taking those courses definitely will like help you a whole lot. So yeah, I recommend that you do that as well. Senior year, definitely make sure that you are applying for as many scholarships as you possibly can. A lot of times as seniors, throughout high school, you're kind of sold this saying that like, oh my gosh, when you get to your senior year, you're gonna go to college and you're going to do this and do that, and then you start actually hearing from those schools, and you start looking at those schools, and you start looking at the prices, and it starts to sink in that you realize you can't really afford college like you thought you could. And it's kind of sold to us that we can afford college because you can take out loans, but when you really think about it, there's a lot of schools that'll be like $40,000 a year, and then you're just like, oh, it has everything that I want, it's so worth it, it's so this and so that. But I want you to look at it in this perspective. Let's say you're getting a car, and it's a reasonable car. It's about $3,000-$4,000, right? $3,000 or $4,000 is a lot to a high schooler that doesn't work, that doesn't have anything saved up in their account. it's a lot of money. It's something that you can't let me just put it this way. Anything that you cannot just pull out your pocket and say, here, you can't afford it. Like, that's just how I feel. Like, don't get me wrong, like, loans, yes, they're there for people that, you know, if you need to take them out, but you have to be honest with yourself sometimes. Like, the degree, and then also it also depends on your drive and the degree programs that you're going for, because if you're going for a communications degree and you're going to a university that's $50,000 a year, or, you know, if you're going for just a really basic degree, the interior design, and you're going to a $50,000 a year school because of its luxuries, that isn't the smartest decision to make. So I recommend that you go to a school that you like a little bit less, just so that you can, you know, at least get that experience of college. Because what I've always been told by my family is that have attended college, is that college is going to be fun no matter where you go. It's just all about you, the people that you surround yourself around, the experiences that you decide to make. But you're going to have fun no matter where you go. And that's just the reality of it. Because you're going to have people coming from places of all over that you're able to kind of connect with and build relationships with. So always keep that in mind. Another thing that, some advice that I would give is, this is a year where you have to silence the voices. Maybe college isn't for you. Okay? What you have to understand is that your family, your friends, your boyfriend, whoever, those people that are saying where you should go to school, what you should do after school, what degree you should go for, those people aren't paying for your schooling. Or maybe, you know, if they are, then you could have conversations with them. But if they're not paying, if they're not taking out the loans, if you're taking out those loans, then you need to be honest with yourself. Do you want to do this to yourself? Do you want to pay these loans back? Do you want this? Do you want that? Do not make decisions based upon, oh my God, when I graduate, I want to be able to tell my family I'm going to this luxurious big school, because that just adds a lot of stress and pressure on you, when you can definitely go to a community college, take your general ed courses, and transfer into a university of your choice. So you have that option. But also, like I said, that also goes to say, it's like, yes, maybe you do want to go to a university. Do not think that you have to pick a certain university to please other people, or, you know, just picking a university that you feel like is top notch, so that you can tell everybody that you're going to that school, or you're going to an out-of-state school, and you just kind of want to brag about it, but like you actually get there and you're like, oh, maybe not. So make sure that you're certain. Make sure that you go visit the schools a few times before you actually make your final decision. Make sure that you read. For me, I did this my junior and senior year. I actually, the schools that I was interested in, I messaged students at those schools, and I just kind of asked them like what their experiences was like, how they were paying for college. Like, asking students that attend the universities is a lot better than going to the universities with the student ambassadors, with when you call the universities and talk to the admissions reps, because it's their job to sell the university. So make sure that you really ask some bold questions to students who attend universities that are going to be open and honest with you about their experiences, because it's always like a great thing to do. And last, I would definitely say is that make the best of your moments throughout your senior year, because although maybe, you know, high school wasn't like the most exciting thing for you, most of us it is in a lot of ways. But if you're that person where it's like high school wasn't really that great, you have to really look at the idea that this is something that you're gonna look back and say, wow, like, high school is over, it's done. Did I not make the best of my, you know, opportunities? Did I play sports? Did I get involved into like organizations at school to really create memories? You don't want to get to your senior year and you're just like, I wish I would have done this. So like for me, senior year, I just made sure that I really got I was already active, but I made sure that I went times 10 because I was like, this is my last year. I want to make sure that I am getting involved. I want to make sure that I'm really focused and that I am navigating through and like leaving my mark here at my high school so that I'm able to look back and say, wow, like I made my high school experience the best that I could. And that's kind of what I would say as my advice for you seniors. So with that being said, this is the end of my 4-part series of my high school advice. I hope that you all enjoyed. Please leave some comments in the comment section to kind of, you know, tell me of some videos you want to see. Tell me about your high school experience. Any questions that you have about high school, I would definitely love to answer it. I am a senior. Within my last few months, I'm currently taking online classes due to the coronavirus, but I definitely have lived the experience of high school. I have plenty of friends who are going different directions, so I know a lot about their journeys as well. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave your questions in the description box below, and I would gladly answer back to your questions. Alright, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, bye.